Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. I am waiting for more people to turn up, but I'm going to make a start now anyway because it's 2 minutes past 6. So again, if you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and we'll make a start. Thank you, Irfan, Rashan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also let me know where you are from. Please let me know where you are from, what part of the country are you from? And also can you all put a message in the groups that we are live to encourage more people to jump onto the call. Jamaica, Hereford, welcome, welcome guys. We have London in the house. Hi Wickham, welcome. So my name is Dr. Jav, again, welcome to the call. Please do message everyone in your teams, in the groups that we are now live, and I'm gonna make a start. Now, I just wanna make it clear from the outset, this is going to be a beginner's guide to cryptocurrency. So if you are an expert trader already, this webinar is probably not for you, but this is going to be a beginner's introduction to trading, just to get you trading cryptocurrencies. Now, the reason I'm doing this short webinar, this short training, is because I've had so many messages on my phone for the last few days from people saying that, you know, show us how to get started in cryptocurrency. We're a little bit lost. You know, what are the few basic steps we can take to make a start with cryptocurrency trading? And that's why I'm doing this webinar, this presentation. I'm also live on YouTube as we're going along. So if anyone you know does not have access to Zoom, please do send them the YouTube link as well from this webinar. So again, welcome on the call. My name is Dr. Jav. This is an introduction to cryptocurrency trading. Now I'm going to share my screen. So just bear with me. If you can see my screen, please do let me know. Drop me a 111 in the chat box and I will continue. Can you see my screen? Thank you, Karen. You can see my screen. Okay, brilliant. So you're new to cryptocurrency, you don't know what cryptocurrency is, and you've reached out to start trading. Now, this was me just a few years ago. So around 5 or so years ago, I did not know what cryptocurrency was. I'd heard of the term Bitcoin, but in all honesty, I did not know what Bitcoin was. Someone said to me that Bitcoin is produced on computers. It's a currency like the pounds and dollars, and I thought he was crazy. I said to him, what are you talking about? How can you have a currency that you can only access via your phone or your laptop? You know, what's going on? Because prior to that, I was used to fiat currency, your pounds and dollars, and the concept of cryptocurrency was alien to me. Now, every single person today out there in the world, in fact, 95%, probably more than that, 95, 96% of people around the world have not heard of cryptocurrency. The fact that you're on this presentation today, you're on this webinar, is good news for you, because you are the 4%, the 5% of the world population who are aware of cryptocurrency. Whether you've traded cryptocurrencies or not in the past is irrelevant at this stage. What's important is that you know that there's something out there that is known as cryptocurrency, and it is the future of money. Now, with your pounds and your dollars, if you go back even like a month or a year, 5 years, 10 years, the time value of money comes into play. So your pounds and dollars are reducing in what's the word for? They're worth less today than they were last year and the year before and 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago. So your pounds and dollars have lost their value over time. If you have a bank account, if you have money in your bank account, that money, you're earning 0.05% a year in interest on that money, but inflation is higher than that. So the net effect is that you are actually losing money because of the time value of money. So you're losing money even though you have a savings account. Isn't that crazy? And that was one of the reasons that Bitcoin initially came into the market. And obviously we all know Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency in the marketplace, and Bitcoin was created because everybody was asking the same question. You know, will it be possible to create a form of money which can be transferred between two people without any middleman? And those were the questions that were being asked in 2009. In fact, prior to that, 2005, 6, 7, 8, before Bitcoin came to the market, in 2009, and Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that I bought all those years ago. And I don't remember what the price was then, but trust me, it was much lower than the price today. So if you're new to the market, well done. Welcome to this webinar. And I'm going to start by briefly talking about exchanges. Now, I don't generally recommend which exchange you should go for, because there are so many exchanges there in the marketplace. But because you're all beginners on this presentation, and because I've had this question asked to me time and time again, which exchange shall I use? As a beginner, I'd recommend, if you can see my screen, again, drop me a 777, I'd recommend go for Coinbase. As a beginner, that Coinbase is not the best exchange out there. It's expensive, okay? But as a beginner, it's okay. Coinbase was the first exchange, I think one of the first exchanges that I started to use, because it's easy. Coinbase is easy to use. And, you go to the website Coinbase, I think coinbase.com, I think it is, and you just put your email address in there and click getting started. You can do it on your phone as well. But again, Coinbase is easy. I'm going to put a link for Coinbase at the bottom of this video in the text later on, once I finish this presentation, because sometimes you have to be a little bit aware, because when you even with exchanges, there's a lot of scams out there where people try to mimic existing websites. So just be careful which link you use when you jumping onto an exchange. You have to be a little bit careful, because there are many scams out there. Certainly with the prices of cryptocurrency today, unfortunately, a lot of people have lost a lot of money. So be careful which website you go to. Use the link I'm going to put at the bottom of this video once I complete that video, and register for Coinbase if you have not done so already. Now, Coinbase does not have all the cryptocurrencies on there. In my opinion, Coinbase is a beginner's exchange. So if you're a beginner, you haven't traded much cryptocurrency in the past, then Coinbase is for you, just to whet your appetite, just to get your toe in the water. Once you've downloaded Coinbase to your phone, to your laptop, and once you've logged in, you can start playing about with this. You can start looking at different currencies. For example, here are just a few. You've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. And the other thing, before I forget about Coinbase, is that sometimes they give you free cryptocurrency. So if you come through an affiliate link, for example, if you use my link, I think at the moment you get around $10 worth of Bitcoin when you put some money, or I think it's $100 or whatever, into your Coinbase account. So they give you free money sometimes, which I suppose is good considering their fees are so high. For example, you can see here where it says earn up to $28 worth of crypto. So if you click that, it'll ask you a few questions, and in fact, it'll give you a video tutorial. Then it will ask you a few questions on the back of that. And once you've got all the questions right, it will actually give you some money, in this case, $28 worth of cryptocurrency. I'm just checking my phone at the same time, because I'm getting questions on my phone as well. Yes, okay. So cryptocurrency does give you free money, and my recommendation is, Coinbase does give you free money. So my recommendation is get on there, get your free money, use it for a bit. And once you're familiar with Coinbase, we can then talk about some serious exchanges, and I'll cover that in a later training, in a later webinar. So Coinbase is my recommendation for beginners. Please jump on board and start using it. Now, again, I'm not going to log in here for obvious reasons, but with Coinbase, for the cryptocurrencies that they do actually have on there, you also get the charts as well, so you can see how the prices are fluctuating. Now, one other good thing about Coinbase is that you can do dollar cost averaging. And that means that you can have a recurring purchase for any particular cryptocurrency. For example, if you want to put $100 every week or $1,000 every week into Bitcoin, you can do that on a recurring purchase with Coinbase. And that's something I've been doing for a while, and I recommend you do that, because obviously the prices are fluctuating. They're going up and down all the time. And when you have dollar cost averaging in play, It means that's the volatility in the market. You can actually reduce that volatility effectively. So long term, it's a good thing to do. And obviously in the short term, we are buying and selling cryptocurrency all the time. And I will cover short-term trading in a later webinar. But if you're hodling, again, Coinbase is a good place to do that. Now, in this video, I'm not going to cover security in that much detail because that's a longer topic I want to discuss at a later stage. But when it comes to exchanges, you have to be a little bit careful, and you shouldn't hold all your crypto on exchanges all the time. You should always withdraw crypto from the exchange, stick it in a hard wallet. I do have a hard wallet here, and this is an example of a hard wallet that I tend to use. In fact, I do have others as well. This was just sitting on my desk. So this is actually a Trezor wallet, but you should obviously move your crypto from the exchange to wallets, and that way your currency is a lot more safe than if you were to keep it on an exchange. Now, one other thing that I tend to do, again, I will cover security in a later presentation, is that I'm actually vested in several exchanges. So I don't have my crypto just on one exchange. You know, you can have 7, 10 different exchanges that you use. And again, by doing this, your risk is lower in the market. So you're more risk averse. And definitely that's something I recommend that you look at as well. But again, for the purposes of today's presentation, I'm not really covering security. I just thought I'd mention it because it is an important topic that we will discuss at a later date or time. And also for all of you on the presentation today, on the webinar today, if you do have any questions, you know my number, drop me a message and I'll cover your questions in a later training, okay? And again, if you're live on the call, again, we do have many people that are currently missing the call. Please put a screenshot of this presentation in our groups on WhatsApp as well. Thank you. Another website I recommend you get access to as a beginner is CoinMarketCap. So you can see it here, coinmarketcap.com. Get yourself access to coinmarket.cap. It's a website that I go on every single day. CoinMarketCap is an amazing website, and it lists many cryptocurrencies. At the moment, if you can see on the top left, there are 9,671 cryptocurrencies in the market. So almost 10,000. That's a big number. 10,000 cryptocurrencies. In fact, what is it now? It's May. In the next month, next couple of months, that number should hit 10,000. So 10,000, almost 10,000 cryptocurrencies in the market at the moment. And as you can see from here, excuse me, these are listed by market capitalization. And that if you want to learn about any particular cryptocurrency, you can come to CoinMarketCap, and it gives you a brief overview on cryptocurrencies. So for example, if I click on Bitcoin, it will give me the Bitcoin chart, so you can see what the price has been doing since in this case, since 2013. You can look at the market capitalization of Bitcoin. At the moment, Bitcoin has surpassed again $1 trillion. So the market capitalization of Bitcoin is just over $1 trillion as it stands at the moment, and that is big. And it's been over $1 trillion now for, I think, a couple of months at least. And also there's a link to TradingView as well. So TradingView I'll come to it in a few minutes, but again, you've got the TradingView chart on here as well for Coinbase. So again, you get some information related to the cryptocurrencies that you're looking at, and it's quite good because if you're not sure about any cryptocurrency, just come to CoinMarketCap, and click on that currency, and you'll get some more information based on that cryptocurrency. So again, just make a note of CoinMarketCap. It's a website that I use quite a lot. I have it on my phone as well, and I also have my portfolio tracker on my phone as well. It's not recommended that you have your cryptocurrencies on your mobile phone. So you shouldn't really have your exchange logins on your phone for obvious reasons. I do know people whose phones have been hacked in the past, and they have lost money from their accounts. So you have your exchange on your phone, you have an X amount of capital in there, and you go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, there's nothing left, and you don't know what's happened. So phones are very, very easy to hack. So what you should do, instead of having your information on your phone, you should instead have your trackers on there. So like your portfolio trackers, like the one you see here. So this is Coin Market Cap. And what you do is, I'm not going to log in here, but what you do is once you log in, once you create a login, this is free, by the way, no cost for this. Once you create your login, every single cryptocurrency that you have, you put down the information in the portfolio tracker. And then the portfolio tracker tracks the price of your currencies. So rather than you having to go to your exchange all the time to see what the price is doing, you just come to your portfolio tracker, and it's a much, much safer way for you to watch the fluctuations in price. So you could have 10, 20 coins on there, and you can see the price for each coin in a table all the way down, and you can see what's happening. And also you can see what's happening to your coins overall as well. So very, very useful tool to have. Another tool that I use, another portfolio tracker that I use, is Folio. So very similar to the one I just showed you earlier. Get the app, go to your app store, download Folio to your mobile phone. And again, this tracker allows you to see what's happening to the prices in the marketplace. So again, very, very useful tool to have. And again, I've got both of them on my mobile phone. So at any particular time, all I have to do is open the app, and I can see exactly how much money I have in my portfolio of cryptocurrencies. So it's more useful. In fact, it's much more secure to have those apps on your phone than it is to have the exchange app on your phone. So again, Folio and Coin Market Cap are the two apps that you should have as a minimum. Once you start trading cryptocurrencies, what I recommend you do is familiarize with TradingView. So TradingView is a website that I come on every day. I was going to say almost every day, but every single day I jump onto TradingView to see what's happening in the marketplace. So here we have the trading chart for Bitcoin, and at the moment the price of Bitcoin is around $56,000. And these charts are specific to the exchange. So this one that you see on screen here is for BitBay, and you can change which chart you're looking at. It's fairly easy to do. You just go to the crypto tab, and you can choose any other exchange that you're looking at. So we've just come from Coinbase. If I open up the Coinbase chart, that is what you see here. And the price on Coinbase at the moment for Bitcoin is around $57,000. So you should familiarize yourself with these charts. You won't be able to do this in 1 day, 2 days, in a week. My recommendation is that you actually familiarize or come to this website frequently. And by doing that, you will actually learn how to use TradingView. And when I first came to TradingView, although I have a PhD in mathematical modeling, I was thinking, this is crazy. What's going on? I didn't have a clue. But once you come to it a few times every day, or several times, you'll get used to it. Now, TradingView, if I just stay on Bitcoin for a few minutes, the current price of Bitcoin is around $57,000, and you can see that the peak of $65,000 was achieved on the 14th of April. So 14th of April last month, the price of Bitcoin hit around $65,000. That was the all-time high for Bitcoin. And this information you can get from TradingView. TradingView has actually become one of my favorite websites. As sad as it is, it's an amazing website. And I'm just going to pan back a few months just to show you what's happening to the price of Bitcoin. If you do not yet have Bitcoin, you're crazy. Okay? My recommendation is, as soon as I finish this presentation, this webinar, get onto Coinbase and buy some cryptocurrency, buy some Bitcoin, get onto Coinbase and buy some Bitcoin if you don't yet have Bitcoin in your portfolio. That's very, very important. It's the largest cryptocurrency in the market. $57,000 is not a high price for Bitcoin. $57,000 is not a high price for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin in the next few months will hit six figures. By six figures, I mean $100,000, $150,000, even $200,000 within the next few months. On that basis, $57,000 is not a high price. Okay, now I'm going to just pan back a few years to show you what happened to the price of Bitcoin in 2017. In 2017, you can see we had a peak in the price. So December 2017, an all-time high at that point for Bitcoin was achieved of around $20,000. Now I remember vividly, because I was in the market at this point and I was watching the price of Bitcoin. And I remember when the price of Bitcoin was $1,000, as you can see here. In April 2017, the price of Bitcoin was around $1,000. So from $1,000 in April 2017 to $20,000 in what, 8 months? That's how much the price of Bitcoin went up by. And that was followed by Bitcoin halving, which occurred in 2016. So halving is basically when the supply of Bitcoin to the marketplace is halved. So it's come down from 50 to 25 to 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoins are mined every 10 minutes. That is Bitcoin halving. Following Bitcoin halving in 2016, we had this meteoric increase in price for Bitcoin. At the moment, we're seeing exactly the same thing happening here. So you've got this peak here. Bitcoin halving occurred last year again, and following that halving, we're seeing this increase in price. So the price of Bitcoin went in November 2020 from about $14,000, $15,000 to over 65, to around $65,000 in just 5 or 6 months. That is a big increase, but it's not the end. Okay, this is not the end of the bull run. The price will continue to shoot up to beyond $100,000, and it's going to do it in the next few months. Once it hits its peak, I don't know what the peak's going to be, $150,000, $200,000. Once it hits that peak, the price is going to shoot down again. Look at what happened in 2017. The price hit $20,000, and then in the next few months, the price came down to $15,000, $13,000, $7,000, and it kept coming down and down and down until it reached around $3,000 or so. Down from $20,000, that's a huge drop. Again, we're going to see the same thing again. The price of Bitcoin is going to hit the 100,000s, and then it's going to shoot down. It's going to come down very, very quickly. So once it hits that peak, my recommendation is to take your profit and pump it into other coins that will teach you about as we go along. So once it hits that peak of $100,000 plus, you need to get your profits and invest in other assets, other coins, property, whatever takes your fancy. And then what's going to happen is once the price hits that peak, it's going to come down. It can come down to probably about $30,000, $20,000, $40,000. Many people at that point, the lay public, the 96% are going to say it's a scam. You know, cryptocurrency is a scam. It doesn't work. It's a pyramid scheme. But we know better because we're the 4%. Once the price of Bitcoin comes down to about $20,000, $30,000, maybe $40,000, I don't know exactly at this point. Once it comes down to that level again, after a few more years, I think a couple of years or so, there's going to be another Bitcoin halving, and then we're going to see the same again. But next time, there's no reason to suggest that Bitcoin, you know, won't hit 500,000, maybe even $1 million. Next time the Bitcoin halving comes, Bitcoin is looking at hitting probably 7 figures. So you've heard that from me first. Bitcoin will potentially go to 7 figures in the next probably 3 or 4 years. So just bear that in mind, and do not bail out of cryptocurrency because you think, you know, the price has dropped. It's, you know, it's a bubble, it's burst. It's a cycle, and you can see that in this graph, and you get this from TradingView, which is why it's important that you start to learn how to use TradingView. It's a cycle. It goes up, the price comes down. Price goes up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. And we're going to continue to see this, but it's going to be an upward trend. So higher highs, and those higher highs are going to form the support for the next trend, and henceforth the price is going to keep going up in the long term. So please, again, like I said earlier, if you're not invested in Bitcoin, go out there and get some Bitcoin. You do not have to buy one whole Bitcoin. You can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin, and then you can start looking at your profits, and definitely you can watch it grow up in value. So Bitcoin is important. The other currency I want to briefly talk about is Ethereum. Look at Ethereum. The current price of Ethereum is $4,000. Ethereum, I think it was today or yesterday, I don't remember when, for the first time in history, the price of Ethereum surpassed $4,000. $4,000. Trust me, it's huge. If you don't know what Ethereum is, Ethereum, like Bitcoin, is decentralized. It's open source blockchain, and it has something known as smart contract functionality. So it's got more bells and whistles than Bitcoin. So a smart contract is basically an agreement. It's between two people in the form of computer code, and this basically runs on the blockchain, and it's stored, again, like Bitcoin, on a public database that cannot be changed. The smart contract element is very, very important. So that the transactions happen in a smart contract, and these are processed by the blockchain. This basically means that obviously you can send automatically without a third party. So again, there's no need for a bank and so on. We know about banks, and again, decentralized, very, very important, and smart contracts. Now, smart contracts have a multitude of benefits in the marketplace. So with smart contracts, you can help exchange money, property, shares, or anything of value, and it's going to be in a transparent fashion. It's conflict free, and there's no middleman. So Ethereum is a great coin to have. It's a native, Ether is the native cryptocurrency of the platform, and it's the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. So if I just go back to coin market cap again, very, very quickly, you can see that Ethereum is the second largest coin in the marketplace. It's programmable, so you can also use it for lots of different digital assets, even for Bitcoin. And at the moment, the market cap of Ethereum, is $472 billion. $472 billion, and it's going up. Let's go back to the chart. Look at that. Now, I've been talking about Ethereum for years. And if you've just joined our organization, our mentorship program in the last few months, you will know that I've been talking about Ethereum. Let's just go back to the middle of last year. In June 2020, the price of 1 Ether was around $200. $200. Today, the price is $4,000. $200 to $4,000. And yet, a lot of people have still not invested in Ethereum. It's gone from that's 20 times the price. Just imagine if you'd bought $1,000 worth of Ethereum when I was talking about it in June, July of last year. You'd be sitting on $20,000, give or take, of profit. $20,000. How many asset classes do you know are out there that can give you this kind of profit? Look at it. Look at what's happened to Ethereum. In December, the price of Ethereum was around $600, from $600 to $4,000 in the space of just 4 or 5 months. Look at this. All the candles are more or less green. Ethereum is absolutely smashing it. Ethereum is going to hit $5,000, if not $10,000 in the next few months. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I need to do some more analysis, but Ethereum will hit, in my opinion, $10,000 within the next few months, potentially next year or even the year after, but it will go up to that point. If you're not currently trading Ethereum, you need to be looking at Ethereum seriously. The price is a little bit high, so maybe you should watch the market for a few days and then buy into Ethereum as well. Go back to Coinbase. Coinbase trades Ethereum as well. It's got Ethereum listed. Get yourself some Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not going to talk about any other altcoins on this webinar because I was told, via the questions I've been getting, to keep it simple. So today, let's just cover Bitcoin and Ethereum. Get yourself some Bitcoin and Ethereum, because those prices that you're seeing today, they might look high, but the prices will go even higher. Go to Coinbase, go to your exchange and get invested in those two cryptocurrencies as a basic. And the other reason to do it is because, once you're buying and selling cryptocurrencies, you're starting to understand how the marketplace works. And then you can start looking at other altcoins as well, which we'll address in additional calls in the future. The other thing I want to show you is this simple chart here. This is the path to alt season. Okay. Now, generally, as the Bitcoin dominance comes down, the altcoin dominance tends to go up. And Ethereum is an altcoin. Going back to CoinMarketCap, the current Bitcoin dominance is around 44%, which basically means that Bitcoin market cap is worth 44% of the entire 9,677 altcoins market cap. So Bitcoin owns around 44% of the market. As more altcoins come into the marketplace, this value comes down, and also over time we are going to see the market cap of Ethereum, which is about 20%, increase in value as well. And looking at this, we are currently in, I'd say 2 or 3 at the moment, phase 2 or 3 at the moment. So phase 1 is basically all about Bitcoin, and you'll see the surge in price of Bitcoin. So phase 1, if I go back to my chart here, go back to Bitcoin. Just give it a few minutes. Okay, so this was phase 1. Okay, the bull run we had here is phase 1. So a lot of money was pumped into Bitcoin, and because the demand of Bitcoin was so high, the price naturally went up. So the price of Bitcoin, as you can see here, is going up. I'm just reading my questions at the same time. Sorry, I'm getting questions on my phone at the same time and in the private chat. So I'll try and answer those questions as I go along in this presentation. So this was the bull run for Bitcoin, and that was phase 1. Phase 2 is when Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. And we've had that. I showed you earlier. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum at the moment is outperforming Bitcoin. Okay, with Ethereum, we are seeing a bigger bull run that we have been seeing with Bitcoin in the last few days, last few weeks. So going back to my chart, once it allows me to. So phase 2 is what we're seeing at the moment. And what we are also seeing is that other coins with large market capitalization, those coins are also going parabolic. Okay, so you got other coins which are doing really, really well at the moment. A lot of people have been talking about Dogecoin. We have Polkadot, we have Cardano, we have Link. Again, I'm not talking about those today, and we'll address those in a later webinar. But at the moment, we're seeing large caps coming into play as well. So looking at this chart here, we are in phase 2, phase 3 at the moment, And basically that tells us that what we're seeing with Ethereum, that trend will continue. The price of Ethereum will continue to go up for a little bit, and then Bitcoin will also shoot through the roof. Okay, Bitcoin will also shoot through the roof, and Bitcoin will hit its peak. Bitcoin will hit its peak, whether it's 100,000, 150, or $200,000 in phase 3 of the market. Okay, so Ethereum's going to go up, and Ethereum tends to increase in price a little bit akin to Bitcoin. And I've seen this in 2017. The price of Ethereum shot through the roof, as did Bitcoin. And we're going to see the same again. As Bitcoin continues to go up in price, so will Ethereum. And then we're going to hit phase 4. Okay, we will then hit phase 4, and that is alt season. At that point, you will see the altcoins, the prices of altcoins will basically go through the roof as well. The prices will go up meteorically. And I remember going, was it 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 or so years ago, a colleague of mine, he'd bought altcoins, some altcoins. I don't remember which ones, but I think he spent about $1,000, give and take, maybe a little bit more, and he bought them about the time of Bitcoin halving before. So 2017, or just before 2017, before Bitcoin halving, he held on to those coins, and his portfolio, he showed me, I think it was on Folio, he showed me he'd hit 6 figures on his altcoins, and all he did was buy $1,000 worth, give or take. So knowledge is extremely powerful. That's why the training that we're going to be giving you, or are giving you, around cryptocurrency, this training is very powerful. Don't take this training with a pinch of salt. Please go back and actually do what I've spoken about on this training, and you'll see your portfolio grow. And again, once you hit a portfolio of 6 figures plus, you can pay off elements of your mortgage. You can buy the cars that you've wanted to. Now imagine that, and all you've done is invested a little bit into altcoins and Bitcoin. So the knowledge that we're going to be giving you in the next few weeks, next few months, is going to be very, very powerful. Please listen to it, and please don't just listen to it and go to sleep afterwards. Obviously, go back and do what we talk about. Altcoins, in the next, I'll say, next few months, you will see the prices of altcoins going through the roof as well. A word of warning here. Okay, I've had these questions from many people that I'm mentoring at the moment. Some people actually go off and just buy random altcoins. Do not go out and buy random altcoins because you think the price is going to go up, because you might lose every single penny that you've put into that altcoin. Some altcoins have no substance behind them. You need to read up on them. You need to understand the technology behind them. And you need to understand, obviously, you know, the benefits of that altcoin before you put money into it. So always reading that altcoin before putting money into it, because there's 9,000 plus altcoins in the marketplace. Not all of those altcoins are going to do well. Yeah, a good handful will do very, very well, and we'll teach you on those. But all the other, not all the other, but a lot of the other altcoins will probably, you know, make you little or zero returns. So do your research when it comes to altcoin, and that's why this mentorship program that we have is amazing, and why we are vested in your success, and we're going to ensure that you definitely do very, very well on cryptocurrency trading. Now, so there's something known as the flippening, and again, if I go back to the path to crypto alts, phase 2 is when people tend to talk about flippening. And this is basically when people think that the market cap of Ethereum will exceed the market cap of Bitcoin. At the moment, we're at 43.5%. When this is beyond 100%, it means that Ethereum is bigger than Bitcoin. Personally, I don't think this is going to happen. Well, definitely not just yet. But as more and more money is pumped into altcoins, this number is going to go up. And as that number goes up, we are expecting the price of Ethereum to shoot up as well. So just bear that in mind. If you see the term flippening, that is what it means. It means that money is being pumped into Ethereum, and the price of Ethereum is going up, and the market capitalization of Ethereum will exceed the market cap of Bitcoin. And if and when that happens, I hope that you do have Ethereum in your portfolio, because you mentioned it many times in the last few months, and definitely get yourself Ethereum. Now that is all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to keep today very basic and very easy to digest and understand. I hope you learned something from this short webinar. Please go back. In fact, please do subscribe, like, and share this video. I'm live on YouTube at the moment, so please do like and share this video with your contacts, with your colleagues. And what you'll find is that many people at the moment are asking questions around cryptocurrency. I saw this in 2017 as well. We had people in the hundreds wanting to trade with us. And that's what we're seeing at the moment. So please, if you're watching this video on social media, on YouTube, share this with your colleagues and show them how we trade cryptocurrencies. There's a right way and a wrong way to trade cryptocurrencies. Don't trade cryptocurrencies the wrong way, because you will lose your money. Learn how to trade the proper way, and we're teaching you that every single day. Take your time, have patience, and you will get it. Cryptocurrency is here to stay, and we're here to help you achieve an amazing profit from cryptocurrency. Again, thank you for your time. I will see you on the next video very soon. My name is Dr. Jav, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.